All right, you're gonna get a lunchtime update today instead of a early morning routine, whatever we were doing. Why? Well, mostly it was hot and I didn't take the GoPro when I went out this morning, and I got to work on stuff and kind of forgot about filming this morning. But what did we do this week? Well, we did normal chores, and I also went and got my old half-top bumper pull trailer hooked up, because when years ago, the lights the wiring got ripped off, and the lights haven't worked in quite a while, which wasn't that big a deal because I mostly used this trailer to haul horses and calves and some cows and bulls and whatnot, just kind of from our house to the lease ground, back and forth from our old place. And it was all dirt roads and mostly pasture, and never went on the highway. I think I took it on the highway one time, and that was when we took some bottle calves to the fair for the show. However, we were in need of this trailer to be back up and functional, so I rewired it, and I've got brake lights, turn lights, and running lights once again, so that's nice. A little history on this trailer. This is the first stock trailer I ever bought. We bought it back in 2017, I think. Something like that, 2017, 2018, and if you'll notice, it's what they call a half-top. We'll get out here where we can kind of see it. A little half-top trailer, also known as a catch trailer. So the whole idea with this little trailer is it's got a swing-out gate, so you can open your gate, throw it out, and if you've got a horse and you got a cow or a calf or a bull or something like that caught, you drag it up on this side and you throw your rope up over this part and you ride your horse forward. And if you need to, you can actually, if it's a small animal, you can turn back and ride to the back of the trailer, and it'll be, you know, like a hinge point up there, and you can pull it. That way you have your horse back here and you can get off and shove the animal up or whatever. But most of the time what I would do is ride all the way up to this side, you know, park my horse here-ish, get off with a hot shot or whatever, shove the animal in the back, slam the gate, and go on. So that's the purpose of a catch trailer. I had wanted a half-top trailer so bad, and I found this one on Craigslist. They had repainted it, and it had a new tarp, and it was ready to go. Not long after I bought it, put a new axle under the back. So that's a newish axle. I had put new tires on it, and I was looking. This tire is shot. That bearing isn't very good in there, or that axle could be bent, more than likely. But that's not that big a deal. Like I said, it doesn't get used that much. So that was the first stock trailer I ever used. I pulled this thing every day. It never came off of the truck. There was always a horse in there. I hauled it everywhere. It's been a great trailer, and we still have it, and I still use it from time to time. We haven't used it in about a year because, well, we've been here and we bought the stock combo, and I just haven't had a need for it. But today I got a text message from one of the neighbors. He said, "Hey, is your daughter still buying bottle calves?" I said, "Yeah." So he's got one, maybe two, but he's thinking just one calf that he wants to get rid of. And so I was like, well, you know what, I need to get that little bumper pull back up and going anyway, so let me rewire it, and we'll head over there this afternoon and pick up a bottle calf. So that's kind of fun to be reminiscent of a long time ago. Trying to think of I don't know, I've used this trailer a bunch. I had some neighbor's calves get out on me one day, and he's like, "I don't know how you're gonna get them caught." I said, "Well, I'm gonna rope them and throw them in the trailer." And I did. There was two yearling, light yearling. They weighed like 500 pounds. Both heifers. They'd gotten out. We went out there, and I think I was riding Joshua's mare at the time, Haley. I think I was riding her that day. And yeah, went out there, roped them, drug them over to the trailer, drug them in the trailer. It's got a cut gate. It's got a center cut gate. Threw one up front, went and got the other one, shoved it in there. Then I opened the center gate, shoved them both up front, shut the gate, and then put the horse in the back and took him to the neighbors, gave him his calves back. So it's really handy. It'll be nice having it back up and going. I'm gonna throw a tire on it one of these days here, because my buddy Tyler, he doesn't have a receiver hitch in the bed of his truck for a gooseneck ball. And he had asked if he could borrow this. And I said, yeah, tell you what, once I get it rewired, I was like, I don't care. You see it sitting there, come get it. So it'll be nice to have that back up and going so people can borrow it if they need to or whatever. All right, you can see, I think you can see, well, I'm gonna point that way, right there. That barn, that's the barn that Tiny Pig hangs out in. And it had Chloe's big calves in there. And as you can see now, we've moved the big calves in with our calves, and we've moved her 5 little weaned calves into that pen. So that's where they're at now. So she does actually have room for another bottle calf or 2 in the old barn where the bottle calf pens are and everything like that. So he'll be by himself for a while, or she, I don't even know if it's a bull or heifer that we're going to get. Whatever, we'll figure it out when we get there. So being by himself, but that's okay because there's plenty of cows all the way around. And then once he gets on a bottle good and comfortable and whatnot, she'll probably end up throwing them in here with these guys. We like to put a few bags of milk replacer through them before we wean them. A lot of people put 1 bag, you know, and then get them on grain as quick as possible. We found that they grow a lot better if you give them 2 or 3 bags, but I don't know. It's all on whatever she wants to do, how much money she wants to have in these things. That's, the bottle calves are her deal. She buys them, and you know, we usually help her out with feed and replace her and stuff like that, but and vaccinations and antibiotics and stuff like that. But for the most part, like the big expenses, they're hers. She buys them, she pays for the stuff, and she does all the work. So if she doesn't feed them well, they don't grow good, she reaps the benefit. If she feeds them really good and they grow really good, she also reaps the benefit there. Do you like your bottle calves, Chloe? Yeah. You excited to get another one, or you? Yeah. You know, had to make sure she wanted to do it, because I didn't know after just weaning those 5 if she'd want to do it. 5 was too many, wasn't it? It's too much. But 1 to 3 is a little better. So yeah, plus you've got this thing that you're dragging around now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little crazy.
He's a little crazy. All right, so that's your update for today. We're also going to go start shuttling equipment. We've got a pretty good rain chance tonight and tomorrow. So I didn't cut hay yesterday. And I don't know if you can tell, but like this is the yard and it's very crunchy. So we need some rain. I probably should have went and mowed hay so that it would rain, but it's our friend's hay, so I don't want it to get rained on. So we'll start shuttling equipment this afternoon. Take the baler and the rake over there, and then we've got 2 tractors to haul over there. Probably start cutting Friday, it looks like. Cut Friday and Saturday over there, and then we can bale it on Monday. So that's your daily update today. Make sure you follow along. As always, if you got any questions, want to see anything specific, let us know.